Rigathi's team is now crying out to Raila Odinga to help them. Let's have a look at what Murang'a Senator, a close Rigathi Gachagua ally, has said. Raila Odinga, you have complained for many days about being oppressed. Please don't do to Rigathi Gachagua what has been done to you. You can only be the last person to propose the impeachment of a sitting deputy president, Joe Newton, Murang'a Senator. That's a close Rigathi Gachagua's ally. He's crying out to Raila Odinga to help Rigathi. For Raila Odinga, if possible, not to support Rigathi Gachagua's impeachment. Let's dig deep into this, ladies and gentlemen, and let's find out what's happening here. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Let's proceed. Long before we reached where we are today, I said Raila Odinga joining William Ruto's government, the sole purpose and intention was to kick Rigathi Gachagua out of Kenya Kwanza government. And that can be the reason why William Ruto brought Raila Odinga into his government. Ruto had already laid out a strategy on how to deal with Rigathi Gachagua. And he could not deal with Rigathi Gachagua without Raila Odinga's assistance. So I'm seeing Raila Odinga and his team part of the impeachment process. Rigathi's allies crying out to Raila Odinga for help is very naive of them. Raila Odinga is just part of that process from where I sit. He joined the government purposefully to help William Ruto in dealing with the Rigathi Gachagua. Politics is a game of interests. If Raila Odinga can achieve his interest by Rigathi being impeached, Raila will support that impeachment. And it's very true that if Rigathi is impeached, Raila gains, in that Raila Odinga will now be calling shots in William Ruto's government. And William Ruto's presidency will now be pegged on Raila Odinga's support. If Rigathi goes, then Raila Odinga come 2027 will most likely be the kingmaker. If he will support Ruto, chances of William Ruto winning 2027 presidential election are very high. So with an impeached Rigathi Gachagua, Raila becomes the kingmaker. He'll decide who wins 2027 presidential election. And Raila Odinga would love to be in such a situation where he determines who wins the next election. So Rigathi's team telling Raila Odinga to help them might not actualize. And again, I'm seeing a Rigathi Gachagua who is still politically naive. Rigathi recently told us that Uhuru Kenyatta is now the mountain's political kingpin. That was Rigathi Gachagua speaking a few days ago at a televised live interview. And the same Rigathi Gachagua we remember during the 2022 campaigns and even recently was saying Ruto is the mountain's political kingpin. Right now, William Ruto has turned against him. He's now crying, saying Ruto has betrayed him. I'm trying to tell Rigathi Gachagua to be very careful on the remarks he makes. He was saying Ruto is the political kingpin of the mountain. Recently, he's now saying Uhuru Kenyatta. What if Uhuru Kenyatta refuses to team up with Rigathi Gachagua? Will Rigathi Gachagua turn around and say that Uhuru Kenyatta is now not the kingpin? Rigathi has to be very, very careful politically. Politics is all about interests. Uhuru is not an angel. Uhuru is just another politician, and Uhuru will support a side that caters for his own interests as Uhuru Kenyatta. And if you look at Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua, Uhuru Kenyatta will gain nothing by teaming up or supporting Rigathi Gachagua. In fact, Rigathi will gain by being supported by Uhuru Kenyatta. But Uhuru Kenyatta, by the virtue that he has been the president of Kenya, he'll gain nothing by supporting a Rigathi Gachagua. So I'm seeing a very high possibility where if push comes to a shove, Uhuru might even team up with William Ruto, not Rigathi Gachagua. And then again, we'll start seeing Rigathi crying out that he's being betrayed by Uhuru Kenyatta. If today William Ruto humbles himself and approaches Uhuru Kenyatta with a lot of humility, Uhuru will work with William Ruto. So Rigathi must be warned. He has to be very careful when he talks. Rigathi, in my honest opinion, is too mouthy. And being too mouthy is making him make so many political blunders. Blunders that will augur very negatively for him as time goes by. And again, if you look at Rigathi Gachagua, we remember last year during Azimio's demonstrations, there were some threats on Raila Odinga's life. All this we were meant to believe Rigathi was the person coordinating all those. We also saw a raid at Uhuru Kenyatta's Northlands farm, and before that raid, we are being told Rigathi had met some police bosses and told them not to interfere or not to respond immediately to what was going to happen at Uhuru Kenyatta's Northlands farm. And that's why the police took so long to respond to what was happening at Uhuru Kenyatta's Northlands farm. Rigathi has been in the center of all this. So Rigathi has to be very careful. The same Rigathi told us of a shareholding government. He has been abusing Raila Odinga, abusing the Luo community, abusing even Raila Odinga's father. Huyu mzee baba yake alitusumbua, ye pia anatusumbua. So Rigathi has to be very careful what he says in public. I think his goose has already been cooked. It's just a matter of time. So he has to fight like a man. This dragging Raila Odinga, dragging Uhuru into his political wars might not help him. Rigathi has to face William Ruto as a man. Let him fight like a man. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Any person watching us outside Kenya, drop a comment, let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. If possible, subscribe, give the video a like. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya.
Mama kutukana raisi, hata yeye tunasema raisi akae kando, hata raisi ako na kina mama wanamunga mkono na tunamnyorosha. Oscar Zuri alipia 2 weeks, sisi tunasema hiyo 2 weeks aende nyumbani. Na mimi asinitishe, asiniambie sijui kura. It is only God who commands my destiny, not him. Hata tukisimama hatukumtafuta, alitujua kama tumesimama. Acha kujipiga kifua, acha kujipigia raisi kifua. Yeye yake tumemaliza ni nyumbani express. Na mimi ni mimi mjumbe, mimi ni mimi mbibi ya mjumbe wake. Mnashika hiyo maneno? Mnashika hiyo maneno? mpaka nyumbani.